On the motor vehicle tax, I think that tax should just be removed as presently is designed. As we've said, we don't see the policy orientation around it. Is it environment? We've said it doesn't align with any environmental best practice. If it's revenue, we've said within our system, there is no alternative. How do our public transports look like? So I'm assuming when we were having that discussion, my prayer and hope was that that is a top level public participation that Mheshimiwa has gone with, and that will be abolished even without people making submissions. Because I think Mheshimiwa, what we owe it to our citizens, not even, as we've said, President has made public declarations, we have signed treaties, but what is our lived reality? So I think that would be the basic principle. How would this affect citizens? Best practice in some of those countries is zero corruption. We haven't adopted that best practice. So my take is that the best practice on good governance, it should be the same. The government should not tell us that this is the best practice. Let's apply those best practices first in our governance. The second aspect, I think, which I wanted to speak generally around all these provisions we are speaking about, I feel that citizens have been left with picking clauses and saying this clause is good, this clause is bad. But I think the Treasury and the Executive must do better. They bring a document that is fully defective. If we are to look at most of those provisions, are provisions that just don't align to the situation currently of a lot of Kenyans. So it would be really good for us to see the Finance Committee rejecting some of this document, even without, and saying, go and this, we cannot even subject this to public participation. Because as the document is, even if we say we are going to go for public participation on what are the options? Eventually, if we were to have a document, it's a document that will not serve Kenyans. Mm-hmm. So I think at the point of formulating a bill, whoever is formulating it should not formulate it and give Parliament and the committee a hard time, because Mheshimiwa, these bills will continue giving you more submissions than last year, and I can imagine the number of time spent on looking at that. So this, for me, again, shouldn't be narrowed down so much to Parliament and the committee. We also need to ask ourselves, who are the creators of this bill? What are they thinking? Are they not looking at our own social economic realities as a country? So that is one, because even if we go for public participation, my concern is on what? Even if we are hard on what? They will pick clauses, but we will still get 80% of a defective document. So my take is that at the point of formulation of these bills, let Treasury align, because something like the motor vehicle tax should not even find its place here. And so even Parliament should be asking, why would you waste our parliamentary time? Because that is waste of parliamentary time. If already the committee member is saying, is almost going by our side and saying this one will not be discussed, then the question should be asked the people who are bringing this document, a document that will not take 80% on a back and forth with Kenyans. But Sam, if you allow me, I think if we continue as a country with this protracted and emotional discussion around the finance bill, we miss very good provisions, either environmental. So we need to ask ourselves, why are Kenyans so averse to issues around tax? And the thing is, still brings us back to accountability. If Kenyans felt that money, I wouldn't take a whole week reviewing this, because I'm trying to look at the detail. Why is government trying to steal my money? I have no trust in the government. So the question is, we need to build trust and accountability. Not most countries use as much time as we are using on the finance bill. And the question is, everyone is suspicious of the government. Private sector, civil society, citizens. It's because we look at our audit reports. We look at what it says. I don't know what the park chair looks like looks at every other day. So if we address the accountability, we'll reduce this acrimonious process that in it we have lost very progressive. Some, for now, you can see if we go this way, we'll lose out on the minimum tax. A very good provision on base erosion and profit shifting, as Mheshimiwa said. There are good provisions, even within the eco levy, if we pick some of the bad, that are very progressive, but no one has trust. So I feel we are going back as a country, and it's because of the governance and trust deficit that we have in our government.